Hey everybody, welcome to Dicing with Death, the D&D show with Hobgoblin and Koibu. Are you ready to dole out some death?
I
Some dice?
am ready to jump right in if you are.
I am. Just gotta find my character sheet right here. And I'm already in roll 20. Let's move the soup bowl. And let's do this. So, where do we leave off?
Oh, sorry, let me mute the stream. I just got the intro music in my ears.
Nice, nice.
Do you want to recap or should I bring us up to
You
speed?
bring us up to speed.
All right. I caught the weekly reroll on Monday. I feel you did a pretty good job
Yeah.
of wrapping things up, but I guess we can see if we can remember things from my perspective. So I'm going to be looking at the map to remind me. If you want to pull that up on the stream,
Sure.
the
Pulling
big
the map
one.
up.
Oh, I need to move to you. Or move you to the map. So most of the last couple weeks have been in the western jungles, in and around Centron. You were sent there by the Sunblade. He is this lawman in Solstice to solve the mystery of his fallen comrade, the Moonblade, who we know from the first season of Dicing with Death perished in the western jungles at the hands of Solomon the Cruel and some lizard men. But Qualnir didn't know that. Qualnir had to seek out his spirit, find out that the reason he was traveling in the company of Solomon in the first place was that he was trying to raise his dead lover back from the dead.
Mm-hmm.
But clearly that plan didn't wind up working out very well. So when you find his spirit, he says, bring her back to the elven homeland,
Mm-hmm.
put her to rest. I realized that I made a huge mistake. And Qualnir arranges the body to get shipped back. You wind up getting into some mischief in the jungle, getting robbed, and then going back and murdering and robbing the robbers, these
Mm-hmm.
jungle apes called the Tosloi.
Counter murder. Counter Bob.
Yes, you hire a bunch of gnolls to do this. Eventually, you and the gnolls part ways. There's a magician, and this is a long couple of weeks, wasn't it?
It was.
There was a witch doctor in Javas. Your henchman Michelle spent some time with him, learned some spells, got a cool feather cloak, some new tattoos. You did battle with the undead on the river. You didn't, and these zombies come from the river every time the fog rolls in. You didn't solve that mystery really or fix the problem. You killed a couple zombies and you gave them some enough silver dust to cast protection from evil for the next year. But aside from that, you said, you guys are on your own and took off back to Solstice. Did I miss? Oh, there was some big. You actually missed this. At the very end, there were some twists that we missed on the weekly reroll. So you're back in Solstice. The Sunblade reminds you that you have that open-ended favor from him.
Hold on one sec. $100 from Sanius. Hey Neil, I wrote the whole page of things I wanted to say, but screw it. Time for Dicing with Death. You're the best piece. Thank you, Sanius. Thank you. Sorry for the interruption. Keep
Yeah,
going.
thanks. Whatever that guy's name was,
Sanius.
Mr. S.
Mr. X.
Sanius. So yeah, sorry, I'm caught up in the heat of the moment.
Yeah.
So we're in Solstice again. Like I said, you meet with the Sunblade. He tells you you have an outstanding favor from him.
Mm-hmm.
Um, a this fence by the name of Granite procures you a set of elven chainmail, which may or may not be elven chainmail. It seems to be granting you most of the benefits of
Mm-hmm.
non-magical elven chainmail, but you were informed that it's sort of a cheap knockoff.
Mm-hmm.
And
Also, Iris.
also, Iris got murdered and thrown in the bay. Goodbye, Iris.
By Iris.
This murder was witnessed by a pair of eyes. Only each of these eyes belonged to a separate star-shaped creature,
I've never
sort
considered
of a
them as
five-limbed
star-shaped trees.
humanoid.
These
I
are
didn't
walking starfish, aren't these?
basically, but but instead of starfish limbs, they have human arms, human limbs. They're sort of deformed,
Mm-hmm.
but they essentially have a hand at each end, so they can walk on any 2 to 5 of these limbs and use the others to beat you mercilessly. or bite you with their big ass fangs.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so you kill one of these creatures, take it to Granite. Granite says you done fucked up. You shouldn't mess with these creatures. Whatever. You don't worry too much about it. You go to the Sunblade after this with this festering infected wound on your arm from the zombies. And it doesn't look good. It doesn't look like it's healing, even with the sacrificial offerings you give it with Bloodletter. The Sunblade tells you he can help, but you have to agree to be blindfolded. He blindfolds you and takes you somewhere. You don't at the time know where. And then leaves you alone.
Mm-hmm.
And Qualnir cannot resist the urge to peek. He waits about 2-3 minutes, hears some footsteps, and it's more than one. He has to look to see who's coming into the room.
For
And he
willpower.
sees Sunblade, one of these little starfish dudes with the eye, walking behind him. And taking up the rear is a character that Qualnir has never met before, but it's safe to assume he's probably the archmage of this tower, the archdiviner, if you will,
Mm-hmm.
wearing a suit sewn entirely of eyes and leaning on a gnarled staff. So he remains in the back next to the staircase, but Sunblade and the lensman, you were told what they were called. They're called
Right.
lensmen.
The Lensman.
The
Which is a
lensmen
sick name,
approach.
by the way.
Uh,
Did you
it's
come up
actually
with that
straight.
yourself?
No, that's in the monsters manual.
It's not a creature in the Monsters Manual.
Yeah, don't look it
Lensman?
up. Yeah,
I've never
it's a
seen.
sub. It's a sub creature under another. I'm not going to spoil for you what it's under,
Don't please. I
but it's. I
honestly.
mean, you've been told they're called lensmen, so you can run with
Well,
that.
shit.
Don't go looking for that in the
I
index or
won't go
anything.
look it up. I promise.
So the Sunblade tells you shouldn't have peeked, but he says that he'll have your arm fixed anyways. You are sort of horrified to find out that the creature that will be healing your arm is this lensman.
Mm-hmm.
So it sort of starfishes its way towards you, does a freakish dance that you have seen before if you are clever enough to connect the dots, and proceeds to touch you in the most creepy, unpleasant way possible. But you feel the holy light inside of you, and your arm heals nonetheless. You are cured of all non-magical diseases and poisons, if you had had any, as well as full HP.
I don't remember anyone
So
else.
whatever this creature is, it has powerful magic at its disposal.
Someone else did that dance?
The same creature. You saw the creature cast the spell
Oh,
twice. Okay. You just didn't really realize what was going on. Maybe Qualner
No.
didn't catch that, but I figured you would have.
No, I think I missed that.
Anyways, don't hurt yourself thinking about it. And then you walked out the front door, which into the sunlight. Turned out you were in the Diviner's Tower the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where we left off.
All right.
So I sort of gave a little monologue there.
Yeah. 1001 from Edgar Allan Bro. Until failed to kill you via heart attack, so we'll just have to kill you via kindness. Besides, you only lost because you're already at the top live streamer. Thanks, Edgar Allan Bro, and I appreciate your name.
Oh yeah, Edgar Allan Bro.
Edgar Allan Bro. So
here's Qualner standing in the sunshine of Solstice.
where's the map? Here's the map. Okay, yeah, up here. Well, shit, I don't know exactly what I want to do. I thought the last week I did think about what favors I might want to ask from the Sunblade, what material wins I'd like, but I figured whatever material possessions that he could give, I can find another way to get him. Like the best thing from him, the best way to call in the favor from him would probably be through an insubstantial. I mean, like if I just say, give me money, give me items, give me equipment. That's kind of I'm going to be selling myself short. I think the better favor from him is just something owed. A favor in the pocket, so to speak. So I don't want to collect on any of that shit. What do I want to do? What does Qualnir want to do?
So do you want to at least describe what Quanlir does while he deliberates?
While he
Perhaps where he would
deliberates,
spend his time? So right now
he
you're standing middle of the afternoon. You're standing in just like right on the front
right.
doorstep of the Diviner's Tower.
I'm gonna head back to the
And there's
Traveler's Oasis
yeah.
and meet back up with Michelle or Miki.
Yeah.
Um,
Um, she's not there right now,
that's
but
fine. I'm
it's
sure
the middle
she's
of the day. She could be anywhere.
yeah. I'm just gonna go and sit in a darkened corner and brood for a little while. And I'm just gonna wait there until she shows up. And I will proceed to kind of just gorge myself on food and drink until she shows up.
Very well. How long are you willing to wait?
Oh, I'm
Hours?
just gonna wait till the end of the
Days?
day. I'll wait the full day. If she doesn't show
Um,
up at night, I'm actually gonna get a little bit worried.
I mean, it's twilight. It's sunsetting. You can sort of see it through the open windows.
Okay.
Um, yeah, setting over the sea.
All right. She's still not back by twilight.
No, you're starting to get a bit worried.
I will
Yeah.
stumble. Because I presume by the I've been eating and drinking myself sick basically. So I presume it's a stumble at this point. I will stumble to the innkeeper, not the barkeeper, not the whatever, just the whoever's in charge of whoever
The
sits at the
owner of the
front door.
establishment,
Yeah,
the proprietor.
the
Um,
proprietor or the clerk, whoever like sits by the front. Actually, what is the setup of this? Is it just like a common room?
it's like a yeah. There's a public room on the first floor with a single bar, and the kitchen's behind it.
Okay, and would
And then a bunch of tables,
the
and then
barman also be the clerk who like checks you in and out?
there are other. So right now, the proprietor, the owner, is behind the bar, tending drinks and dealing with orders and yada yada. But he has staff, if you will.
Okay, yeah.
And then upstairs are two more floors of rooms,
I go talk to the
and
proprietor,
you are on the third floor
kind
there.
of stumbling into the proprietor or towards the proprietor, and I go, "Have you seen Michelle? You know the girl that's been here. You've seen her. Where is
Yeah,
she?"
sort of polishing a glass. He sets it on the counter and puts it down. Mika, I haven't seen her since this morning, I think.
Where does she go? What have you done with her?
She didn't say. She left with a man.
What was he look like?
The scholarly type. He was wearing a robe.
Everyone wears robes here.
Yeah, yeah, it's that ocean breeze. Can't be beat.
So who was he? What does he look like? Describe him. Alliterate him to me.
I don't recognize him. Brown hair, clean shaven.
That's every human.
Yeah, kind of scrawny, stooped. Like I said, he looked like a scholar.
Old man?
Nah, kid.
Kid? Like a child? Like a little baby?
Mm,
Like
no,
this tall?
no.
This tall? This tall? I kind of like do
Taller,
my hand
taller
up.
than you, Elf.
Is that a
He
racist
says the
statement?
joke.
Are you
You're not.
making fun of me because I'm an elf? Are you a racist?
That might be how you interpret it. He seemed to think it was a joke, but
Oh yeah, drunk Qualnir is getting a little pissed. Are you a fucking racist? Should shank you, you know. I stumble back to my chair and continue consuming and brooding and looking to the front door impatiently.
okay. You willing to wait a few more hours? I mean, your drinks and
Oh yeah, I will
continue to
probably
come.
end up drinking
Just,
myself to sleep tonight.
yeah, despite threatening the proprietor, he probably knows that you're worth enough money that it's worth a death threat here and there.
Oh yeah, I'm sure he's making a killing off of me tonight.
Sometime well after dark, Michelle comes back in.
Okay. When she comes in,
She's wearing her common clothes again, and she has a book shoved under her arm.
Okay. When she comes in, I like get up and knock over the table or knock something off the table, probably whatever. Kind of stumble over to her and go, Michelle, I've been looking for you right over there. We need to talk. Come upstairs. And I stumble upstairs.
I haven't eaten all day. I'm famished. Can we talk here? I'll get the food taken to the room.
Okay, let's talk
She
here.
orders. She orders up. And
Okay, she
joins.
orders up. I go sit down at the table.
Yeah.
Um, all right, so whenever we're seated,
Wait, seated. You're back in your room, right?
no, I walk to a table. Drunk Qualnir doesn't understand.
Neither does Michelle, but she follows you to the other table. So you were sitting at a table. You told her to talk in the room,
Yeah,
and then you get up and you sit at a table next to the table you were just sitting in.
yeah.
And
This is my impression of drunk people. I think that's how they behave. So I'm doing my
all
best
right.
to roleplay it.
So Michelle is sitting at this pub table with you.
Mhm. Michelle, what do you say we leave this town behind? I heard there's another place. A place called. A place called. What is that place called? I don't remember. There's another place. It's. Oh,
There's a
I
lot
know
of
who. It's
there's a lot of
Brinton.
places. Brinton.
Is
Why
it
would you want to
Brinton?
go back there?
We've been to Brinton. We haven't been to Brinton before, Michelle.
I've
Have
been
we?
to Brinton and it's shit.
Oh.
It's rainy and gross
Well, let's not
and
go to Brinton. But there's so many goody two shoes here. It's difficult
but
to
it's
make a
safe
living.
and it's warm. Have you seen their library? It's magnificent.
Life is not to be safe and warm.
I'm
I
just
wanted to be
starting to feel
safe,
productive.
if I wanted to be
I've
safe
made
and warm, I
so much
never would have left the Elfwood.
I've made so much progress in my book.
Oh, you're reading a children's book? That's nice. What are we gonna do? Where are we? What did you find out? Did you find anything we could steal?
Oh my goodness. Does it ever end with you? Okay, we can continue to roleplay this if you would like.
I'm basically
She's your
asking for her
henchman, so this
advice,
is
yeah.
basically just flavor text.
Well, I was kind of to see if she had any ideas or any advice on.
No,
No.
she will eventually reveal to you that she spent the day at the library.
I figured as much.
She is trying to whatchamacallit, decipher that spell book of the Moonblades that you had given her.
Okay. I probably am not picking up that that's the Moonblade spellbook. Otherwise, I would criticize her for reading it in such an obvious place. Like, you don't take a spellbook back to his headquarters to study it.
It's probably the best way to get it translated if you're that bold.
Oh boy, if someone finds you with it though, oh boy. Okay. Eventually Qualnir passes out, and how much gold have I
You're fine.
ended up
You
spending?
paid ahead of time. I don't remember how.
Oh, that's
what
right. I
your
did pay a
path-
whole bunch ahead of time.
Yeah, I don't remember how. You've only got a few more days, I think, but the assumption is you will settle up with the proprietor at the end
Mm-hmm.
if you go too much overboard.
Yeah,
Remember, you did leave Iris here before she was murdered.
that's right.
For a good while. She burned through like 100 GP in like
Like a week?
something like that. Yeah,
2
like
weeks? A week and a half?
a week. Like a week.
Yeah.
Um,
God, 100
mostly
GP in a
mostly at
week.
this place, you would assume, or at least a good portion of it probably went to this place.
Okay. What are we gonna do? So next morning, if I wake up,
Yeah,
I
you
don't die
weren't
of alcohol poisoning.
No,
I
that
would
would be a
like.
shitty way to end Dicing with that character.
And
And you drink yourself to death.
Yeah,
Good game.
game guys. I would like to. In the morning. God, I'm still struggling with it. I think we're gonna go. In the morning, I tell Michelle that I think we should head back to Yavis that whatever is causing the mist to arise has got to be coming from a pretty powerful source.
Really?
Yeah.
That's actually haunting you.
Yeah. And whatever that powerful
I
source
wasn't actually
is,
expecting that.
whatever that powerful
Um,
source is, has got to have some interesting gear, or some items, or some money, something that we can take from him. There must be a profit in finding and killing this person. There's got to be. There's always a profit in murder. At least that's how Qualnir thinks.
yeah, yeah. Michelle would certainly be interested in um, wrapping that up. She's probably a little pissed that you didn't want to deal with it when you were back over there. Although I guess you had infected arms and things that needed looking after.
Yeah. I
Um,
ask her how much
and
time she needs to decipher the spellbook.
let me double check how many spells were on it. I had you roll for a good couple. She says she'll probably need at least a few days,
Okay.
but I can take a peek at the book and get an idea for how long to sort
Here's
the
your
whole thing out.
character sheet.
NPCs. Still on the Moonblades character sheet. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 level 1 spells. You don't know the levels, but 3 level 2 spells. That's a lot of hours. You've already got. I think you already went through it.
I've got
8. So
color
you got through
spray,
most of.
protection from evil, chill touch, and detect magic.
Only detect magic came from this book. She says a couple of days of work to get it translated, and then learn whatever you would like to learn from there, or whatever she would like to learn from there. Yeah, I mean, the campaign is yours to direct, but she
Okay.
seems like she would like to spend at least a few days. I will also note that you just received the benefit of an incredibly powerful healing spell that
Mm-hmm.
restored you to your fullest vigor. She, however, is healing naturally. I don't think she has wounds. She might have a wound or two, but
Her
she's
character
still
sheet says 2
at,
wounds.
yeah. So one of you can. She's only down 1 at this point,
Okay.
but she is healing naturally, whereas you're just like, whoa, ready to adventure.
Right. Okay. Well, I tell her that we can afford to wait one more day. Well, I ask her if she can study on the ship because it'll take a couple days to get there.
She says she needs the benefit of the library.
Oh, unfortunate. All right, I'll give her
I
one
mean,
more day. Study what you think to be the most important. After a day, we will head out, and I go back down to the docks to try and find a someone to take us back to Centron and then to Yavis.
yeah. So I mean, you've been to the city before. You've done this before. You're able
Mm-hmm.
to find a merchant traveling between here and Centron. You're able to rent out a room aboard
Right.
for 7 GP one way.
Okay. Cool. That's what we do.
All right. For how many days from now?
Tomorrow morning.
Tomorrow morning.
Yeah, I will let her spend today learning spells and shits, and then we'll take off tomorrow morning.
Sure. Yeah. So during that day, is there anything you'd like to do? Where would you like to be spending it?
I would like to be. I go hang out by the tavern down here. I want to go talk to Granite and see if he's seen Chance around lately.
Okay, yeah. It's like like mid morning, 10 or 11. But Granite's sitting behind on the bar. He's actually sitting in front of the bar. There are no patrons. There's no one here but him. So he's
Okay.
sitting in front of the bar, pouring himself drinks.
I walk up and say, Mr. Granite, have you
Ah,
seen
it
Chance
isn't my
lately?
favorite elf.
Oh,
Chance, you say?
yeah.
He comes and goes as he pleases. This guy had an accent. I can't remember what it was. Anyways, Chance comes and goes as he pleases.
Hmm.
Haven't seen him in a couple weeks.
Okay. Can I leave you a message for him?
Pear cider. He gives you a wink.
Yeah. Just a note next time he happens to come on through.
Fucking hell. What's the note?
Tell him I miss him. I laugh. And then I want to ask him, so where'd you get this chainmail from?
Imported from the southern forests.
Really?
That's elven craftsmanship you're looking at.
It is?
Why? How
Because,
do you think they get it so light?
I don't know, dwarves are pretty good smiths too.
If you want plate, you talk to a dwarf.
Right, which makes me wonder why you would have dwarves make us some elven chainmail. Now, granted, it's fantastic. It's wonderful. I can't actually notice the difference between this and elven chainmail, but next time, just let me know it's a knockoff.
Now, who's been putting these silly?
A man who knows
How'd
his
you
stuff.
know? How did you know?
I am a connected individual, and it would behoove you next time to just be straight with me. I wouldn't
No,
want a miscommunication to result in a problem for us
oh,
or for
don't you
you.
worry. That's finer than any elven maid. I got a cousin.
Yeah, I got a cousin. Oh, it's so hard to find. I don't know if I'll be able to find it. Boo hoo, cousin makes it. Yeah, I see the
Seriously,
game you play.
how did you know?
I have connections. I have people who know things. Don't cross me again. Don't lie to me again. I will make it worth your while to not lie. That is to say, I'll make it worth not your while to lie. Just don't fucking do it. Anyway,
You
I got a
got
day to
your
kill, so drinks are on me.
yeah.
Um,
All right, you got your mithril. What are you so concerned about?
Mithril. I raise my eyebrows. I don't think this is
Isn't
mithril.
isn't that what they call it?
Are you saying this is mithril mail? Because I don't think this is mithril mail.
Mithril alloy? It's light.
Alloy.
What do you care?
Alloy. Oh, 2% mithril. Oh yeah, totally mithril mail. Anyway, I say.
You're frankly not sure how they make elven chainmail.
No fucking idea. I'm
This
just
is,
going off
I
of
mean,
what the
for all intents
Sunblade
and
said.
for all intents and purposes, you have non-magical elven chainmail. But
Yeah,
apparently, it was made by dwarves.
which Qualnir does not care about. He's not picky, but he
Yeah.
just wants to rub something in someone's face because he's feeling down.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just kill the rest of the day, and we'll head out tomorrow. Should I roll spells for what's her face?
Yeah, she's not going to be able to learn any, but I will give you the spellbook translated. She will need to spend time and study learning them as usual.
Okay, and that
So
does require a library.
No,
Okay.
no. At this point, she's got the book translated.
Sweet. So what spells do we get?
Okay. Do you want me to copy paste into somewhere? Or I'll
Sure.
read them out loud as I copy paste into Skype so you don't get anything
Yeah.
mixed up or miss any or anything. Because this is not anywhere, and I guess it won't be lost forever, but it's your duty to keep track of now. And
All right,
okay.
I'm writing down spells in book. First level
Yeah.
spells.
And there may be redundancies here. All right, sent it to you in Skype.
Oh.
Armor, friends, change self, phantasmal force, audible glamour, ventriloquism, detect magic, identify, comprehend languages, read magic. At second level, we have blur, invisibility, and mirror image. And that is the Moonblade spellbook. I think Solomon saw him use mirror image in battle, and that was a pretty sick one.
Yeah.
Trying to think what else. Armor. I guess you didn't necessarily see that, but that was how he had his great AC. Although, despite that, Lizard Man still rolled a natural 20 and ripped off his hand.
Armor only gives you 14 AC, though. It's not
It
that
does,
great.
but it stacks with bracers of defense. If I recall.
What?
At least that's what I was doing.
No.
I believe so. Or at least that's what my house rule was, because his bracers rolled so poorly. So with bracers of defense in second edition, at least if you're going by the DMG, you roll on, I don't know if it was a percentile or something, to get an AC bonus between like 1 and 9 or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And his wound up pretty low.
Yeah, well, I think bracers of defense
So
usually come around bonus of 2 to armor class, right? It's normally like bracers of defense AC 8.
I'm not gonna spoil the stats.
No, I'm not asking about the stats of that, but I think in the DMG
it's certainly weighted more to the lower side of things.
Yeah,
I can't remember what the exact percentile was. Moonblades, since they're, well, I guess they're not quite lost forever, are they?
The Moonblades?
Yeah.
No, I returned them to the Sunblade.
No.
His weapon?
Those were not on him. His weapon, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, his bracers of defense.
No. His actual Moonblade.
Yes,
his weapon.
that was returned.
Yeah.
But someone got to his corpse before you did.
Solomon?
Yeah.
Unfortunate. If I had known my next character could have benefited from that. But metagame. No. Okay. She has no time to learn these, you say?
No. Not unless you change your plans. You can get her started while on the boat. But
yeah. And which of those spells have I tried and failed to learn? So that way I can...
let me check. I don't think any. I thought you only... Sorry, just a second. Let there be light. Sorry. I think you only tried Detect Magic, and you succeeded.
You're right. Yeah.
You weren't interested in any of the other first level, or you only translated like 6 of them.
Right. She needs read magic, so I'm definitely gonna have her learn that while we're on the boat.
Yeah, she seems to have a pretty good workaround. While she couldn't decipher magical runes, her bard translating abilities will tend to serve her just fine. Will serve her just fine if they're encoded in any other way.
Right.
So apparently, the Moonblade spellbook was not written in magic runes. It was written in some cipher of his own design that she was able to break.
Okay.
So in that case, she can often get around the read magic spell. However, there would be certain instances where she couldn't figure it out by her mundane means.
Okay.
And she has a chance to identify in her class. So it's up for you to decide whether it's even worth learning an identify spell or whether just have her use her bardic knowledge.
Okay. So, I take it we just hop on the ship and go to Centron, no problem?
Yeah.
Okay. How many spells can I try to learn while we are on the ship?
I will penalize you. Let me think how I want to do this. So I want to increase the time or decrease her learn chance because it's on a ship. Do you have any input?
I think time makes more sense than chance.
Yeah. Okay. So let's add an extra D4 hours to the usual roll.
Okay. How many hours is it?
I think it's D6 plus spell level. If you want, we can look that up.
I don't even remember this rule at all, but yeah, okay. I'm sure it exists. I'm not questioning it. I just don't.
For now, we'll do D6 plus D4 plus spell level.
Okay.
You have, you have like 2.5 days.
Okay, so we'll call
to
that
get
20 hours?
Centron.
Or can she work at 10, 12 hours a day?
8 hours a day.
Okay.
8 and 4, let's say. So 20 hours, yeah.
Okay.
So you can just start making these rolls.
All right, so 7.
Is there anything I want to say as you leave? No. No. You see no sign of the Sunblade or any of the whatchamacallem. The Eyeman, the Lensman.
The
You don't see any Sunblade or the Lensman.
Okay, 7
Whatever
hours,
your time
8
ashore,
hours.
you get on the ship uneventfully. Roll your chances first. So pick a spell.
Okay.
Let's do them one at a time.
I was going to do read magic first.
Yeah. So read magic. So roll your percentile.
Her
And
chance
then-
to learn is 55%. So 55 or lower. 65 is fail on read
So
magic.
you fail on read magic. That I think you only. Let's say you only spend half as many hours if you fail.
Okay, so 4.
3.5.
round up? 3.5.
You can keep track of fractions or
Okay.
round up, whichever is easiest for you. Roll for the second one. What spell is that going to be?
Phantasmal force.
All right. This is a first level illusion spell.
Fail.
It can simulate visuals, but not sound. I guess it doesn't matter either way. So that is 4 plus 3, 7.5 hours. Pick another
Next
spell.
is going to be audible glamour.
Audible glamour. Roll.
17.
That is a pass. Roll d6 plus d4 plus 1.
9.
9 hours. So we're at a total of
16 and a half.
16 and a half. You'd have to roll pretty well to get all the way through the next spell. Audible glamour is another illusion spell, but this one is for sounds, not for visuals.
We're going to do change self.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll percentile.
51.
So that is a pass. Roll for hours.
Plus d4 plus 1. 5.
I think that just squeaks you in. If not, I'm going to round it down.
What, 16 and a half?
Yeah.
So I had
Here,
3.5 hours.
I'll allow it. I'll just give it to you.
Cool.
It's close enough.
Or
She's-
we spend a couple extra hours chilling in Centron when we get there.
Yeah,
you know.
sure. Sounds good. Or she got up. She was so close to finishing, she got up a little early, or stayed up a little late the night before, something like that. I mean, she had more than 20 hours.
Yeah.
She was close enough to deciphering or to learning it that she stayed. She lost a little sleep or whatever. So yeah. So you have change self as another illusion spell. You can pretty much alter your appearance to look like anyone within plus or minus 1 foot of your size. You can't imitate specific people, but you can. I think maybe she can actually with her. She also has a disguise proficiency. If I do,
Oh, maybe the two of them together. Yeah.
If not, she should.
She does.
Yeah. Okay.
She has an empty
maybe the
slot,
two of them
too.
together, she can do some wonders with that. But she can actually grow or shrink within a couple of feet. I think change race, maybe even change gender.
She has 2 empty weapon proficiency slots and an empty non-weapon proficiency slot.
The empty non-weapon, I think, should be dancing unless you have input. Otherwise,
No, that should be dancing.
So, and that's like she could dance at a garden party at Seagate, or apparently dance in a tribal village to the drum beats.
Let me grab the player's handbook. Hold on.
Sure.
Okay. Dancing is just Dex, right? Or is it Dex plus?
Oh yeah, I think it is dexterity. Yeah.
Yeah.
But in general, it's not one of those skills where you have to roll a proficiency check for.
No.
Um,
Dancing is Dex 0. Cool.
Yeah. And she does have spare weapon slots. You'd have to train her or have her train herself if you want to use them.
Okay.
But they are there.
How does she have so many weapon slots?
She should have started with 2. And she has a ton of languages, maybe? No, I
But
thought I
that's only
put all
for
her
fighters.
languages to languages.
Only fighters
Oh,
get
you're
language
right,
slots,
you're right.
so I think she has
So
one.
maybe she only has 1 open.
Yeah.
She should have hand, crossbow, and dagger.
Yeah.
And then she got another one when she leveled up,
Right, which hasn't been used yet.
which hasn't been used.
Cool. Okay. Sweet. Why did our music stop? There we go. Cool. So once we get to Centron and everything's all good and done,
Yep, everything's good and dandy. Which spells does Michelle memorize, and what is she wearing?
we're both wearing
And
our
what are you wearing, baby?
we're both wearing our normal common clothes.
I'm in terms of armor for her spellcasting. So if she's wearing her armor, she can't cast spells.
Oh, that's right.
And if she's not wearing her armor, she's even more of a glass cannon.
She has chainmail armor?
No, she has a hybrid. Lorica segmentada.
Oh, that's
or however
right.
you'd pronounce it in Latin. It's basically a splint mail breastplate with a studded leather skirt. I described it as Xena Warrior Princess.
Makes sense.
But with super high boots, so she's basically got leather legs. She's
Like
probably
thigh
got,
high
like,
boots
yeah, and then
and a leather skirt.
and then an absurd leather skirt that's like just below the butt cheeks, and then the boots make up the rest of the leg.
Can we get some fan art of this, guys? Maybe.
I know, right?
Like, where's the Michelle fan art?
I know, right? 17 charisma. She was destined to be a henchman when I rolled that 3d6.
So, where are we here?
Or actually, I think she has 17 charisma and 16 appearance, or something along those lines. And she was just some random girl in a random bar. But with stats like that, you got to keep her around.
Yeah. Okay, cool. I don't need the second page of stuff.
So you're in Centron.
Yeah. When we're in Centron, I want to...
Where is the dice bag?
Michelle and I walk around looking for a knoll or a flynn.
Yeah. Do you have any... I'm playing some 5th edition lately. Do you have any skills you would like to apply to this search? Or should I just roll random encounters and make it entirely up to my dice?
Last time I was here, there were gnolls walking everywhere, so I just kind of scatter around the town looking for some gnolls.
Okay. There are indeed gnolls everywhere. You don't know how to tell the difference between gnolls and flyns. You do not see any that you recognize.
Okay. I want to walk up to
You see
gnoll that's
lizard
walking
men as
around.
well.
Yeah.
And
if I
the
can,
usual mix of races in between.
if I can find a gnoll who's hanging up by himself, I will walk up to him.
They do not hang out by themselves.
All right, then I'll walk up to a pack.
These are pack hunters.
Um,
Yeah, they tend to loiter around in groups of, I want to say 2 to 16, but I'll go ahead and double check that for you. 2 to 12.
2 to 12. Okay.
2 to 12 with an average of 7, the standard distribution of 2, or whatever it is. 2d6, groups of 2d6.
Groups of 2d6. All right, so I walk
Yeah,
up
but
to
they're
one of
all
the packs, and I say, "Where is Jakob?"
Several of them growl at you, clearly not speaking common. Actually, yeah. So this is a group of 5, and I don't even see a % chance to speak common. Okay, one of the group is able to converse with you. The rest just sort of growl and make fun of you in a language that you can't understand.
Mm-hmm.
The translator steps forward and tells you, Jakob no here no more.
Where?
The jungles ate him. This town now belongs to Hogger.
Take me to Hogar.
Elf food?
I know where Jakob is.
The other gnolls seem to know what this means.
Jakob
Or
has
seems
rubies.
to understand the term elf food. The translator perks up at this, but does not relate this to his comrades. And you are taken to another short, stout-looking gnoll. His arms are a little cleaner, a little nicer than the rest. So you assume that he must be their leader.
Okay.
In a tent down by the waterfront, drinking drinks and joking and dicing with a bunch of gnolls.
Okay.
You are brought before him. There's at least 24 gnolls in this little beach cabana sort of thing they've got going on. Swamp cabana. Lounging and laughing in their high-pitched squeal. Hagar is sitting on a large chair in the back of this pavilion.
I approach him fearlessly, Michelle at my side, and stop about 15 feet away. And I say, Holgar.
He has just a short metal club laid across his lap. That's the only arms you see on him. And
I know where...
lounging back in his chair.
I know where Jakob went. He found a ruby mine, and is trying to keep it for himself.
He leans forward. How would you know this?
I was
Jakob
with him
left
when he
because
found
he
it.
feared me. And the gnolls around erupt in a hellish chorus of laughter.
I was with him when we found it. I gifted him the mine.
Then you have gifted me this town, and I thank you.
You're welcome. Here's the problem. I don't like Jakob anymore. How about you and I go kill him, and we split the rubies 50-50? I lead you there, you help me, we fight, we kill Jakob's men, we take rubies, split
Roll a
them even.
charisma check. Is Michelle there with you?
Yeah, she's beside me.
In her armor?
Yeah. Ooh, 14 charisma. Ouch.
What's to stop me from killing you and taking these rubies for myself?
If you do, you'll never find where the location of the mine is. We'll worry about what happens afterwards, then.
I will need a promise up front. A show of good faith.
That's your loss, then, I say, and I leave.
And 2 gnolls step in front of the doorway to block your exit.
My hand moves slowly to Bloodletter, and I look back over my shoulder and say, "Are you gonna let us go?"
I thought we were going ruby hunting. If there are truly rubies, give me one.
I don't have any. Jakob has them. I cannot prove my claims. And if you do not trust me enough to go along with me, I have no reason to tell you.
I go nowhere for free. And the 2 gnolls step aside, clearing your exit.
Alright. Fuck it, I'll do it myself.
Yeah. I mean, what do you
I kind of
promises do not seem to impress him.
That's fine. I shake my head at Michelle and
doesn't-
say, I was hoping we could recruit some gnolls to help us fight the mist. But
Have you ever known a mercenary to charge into battle uncompensated?
I was hoping the allure of a ruby mine would be too much for him to handle, but oh well. I would have shown him some rubies, but the only ones I have are more valuable than I'm willing to give up for him. Well, let's go find some lizard men to take us upstream. And we go find some lizard men to take us upstream. Actually, screw that. Who did we get to... We gave a ship to some humans, didn't we?
Yes.
Yeah,
indeed.
I go looking for them. I know where they...
It takes you about an hour, but as luck would have it, you do find that ship docked up. There is a roll an intelligence check for me. There is a guy hanging out next to it. So this is just a small. It's like a maybe 20-footer. It's got 6 oars, It's just like it's yeah.
Intelligence check of 14.
You don't recognize him, but there's a dark skinned guy hanging out shirtless next to the boat.
Yeah.
It's tied up to one of the docks.
I approach him.
But
And
you
say-
you recognize the. Actually, this is not the boat that you fought off zombies in, but it's a similar model. It's clearly made by the same people.
Yeah.
You wouldn't guess the inhabitants of Javis.
I walk up to him and say, "Nice boat there. Where'd you get it?"
Oh, he appears to recognize you. From you, master.
Ah, excellent. Glad you remember me. Still not knowing who he is. We're headed back to Yavis. You think you can get us there? As long as we don't approach by night, we should not fear the mist.
We have to time it well, but I can get us in and out.
I spent the night at the waterfall before. At the base of the waterfall, the mist doesn't come down. We can rest there and make it to Yavis in the morning before sundown.
All right. Need to wait till tomorrow.
Sure, we wait till
Leave
tomorrow.
it first light. We'll make it to the falls.
Excellent. I can't promise you much, but there's probably
Camp up
another
there.
ship up there for you if you want it.
There may very well be. There's lots of ships in Javis.
Lots of ships. Cool. And then
Lots of boats in Javis. I always get boats and ships mixed up, even though we've made fun of each other for years for getting those two mixed up.
yeah, and we will probably.
I'm sure you still get them mixed up, even though you ran an entire pirate campaign.
Yeah, but I usually correct myself when I get them mixed up, unless I'm intentionally mixing them up because my character is not smart enough or doesn't know the difference. But I usually correct myself. I try to.
Yeah. Anyways, it seems like we're about due for our first break.
Yeah,
So
it
we can
seems like
figure
a
out
good
what
spot.
you're going to do for the remainder of the day in Centron, and then travel back upriver towards Javis
All right, let's do it.
and the zombies.
Zombies. Yeah. Cool. See you guys on the other side.
Brains.